Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dr. V's Motivational Monday. We're a video series on self-regulation and effective learning strategies where our goal is to learn how to learn, because after all, guys, learning should be fun, and we're at a really fun part in our semester. We are at final exams, and I know that for a lot of people, final exams seem like a scary kind of monolithic kind of evil that exists in the semester, right? Who gives tests during the last week? But that's often because students do not know how to effectively study for the exams that they are about to take. So today I want to talk about some ways that you can study better. It's more than just reviewing our notes. We can actually study so we remember the material and are able to be successful on the exams. So the first suggestion I have for you is to create a study schedule. This is where you map out when you're studying for each of your subjects. You break it down into like micro pieces, right? If you need to study multiple chapters, make each chapter part of your study schedule. I Googled study schedules to try to find you guys a really easy to use template, and what I discovered is there are several easy to use templates that will be based on what you need out of the study schedule. So I encourage you to look for one that is going to aid you in what you need to be successful in your studying. The second technique to study better is to practice active recall. You can actually quiz yourself on concepts rather than just reading over your notes. I know that we think if we just read it, we're going to be learning it, but actually we need to be working with the material in a way that is similar to what our assessment will be. So we need to do something to actually reinforce what we're learning. And a great way to do that is to make flashcards. This QR code here on the screen will take you to flashcards.net, which looks like what you see on the left side of your screen, where you can enter text for the front and the back of a flashcard, and then you can review your materials. It's a great way to create digital flashcards and to study the content, because you have to enter the material and then you can review it from the flashcards. So it's a 2-for-1. The next thing is going to be to create study groups. This is a really great way to understand material, because if other people have questions, you'll have a chance to teach them. And if you have questions, they'll have a chance to teach you. Sometimes study groups can be really non-productive if everybody is there for just interpersonal reasons. We have to remember that this group has a task that needs to be completed, and we're going to be best if we complete that task. So this QR code will lead you to a website where it'll explain how to set up an effective study group. Not one where it's just all of my friends coming together to talk about the latest movie, but a study group that's actually going to be effective for teaching me content. The next thing that we're going to talk about is how you can leverage visual aids. This could be flashcards, such as we already talked about, diagrams, or mind maps. Mind mapping is a great way to study because it makes the material more engaging and more memorable. You can see a QR code here that will take you to a website on how to build effective mind maps. You can see an example on the left side of your screen. Mind mapping is a structured way to capture and organize ideas, information, and by drawing the connective pieces between each concept, you're able to understand better how the material interconnects. The next suggestion is going to be to practice past exams. You can familiarize yourself with the exam format by completing past papers under timed conditions. What that means is if you've taken an exam in that course before, go back to that exam and try it again. See how well you do under the conditions that are most similar to what your real experience will be like. I also have provided you this QR code for an AI quiz generator where you can drop the materials, your study notes, previous quizzes, and exams into the software, and it will spit out new quiz questions for you to practice. The last suggestion is going to be to incorporate study breaks. This is going to be best satisfied using the Pomodoro technique. If you remember, we've talked about this before. This is where you study for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break to recharge. You do multiple iterations of that, and then you award yourself with a longer break on the other side. You can see this QR code will lead you to PomoFocus, which is a website that is literally the Pomodoro technique in software form. form, right? So you get to decide how long is your break, what are your tasks that you're working on, what do you need to accomplish. This is a great way to reinforce those active study techniques. And guys, what you need to understand is that studying for your exam is not going to be easy, but it is going to be worth it. This is your opportunity to really demonstrate everything that you're walking away with this semester. And that is everything for this episode of Dr. V's Motivational Mondays. If you would like a say in the content produced on this channel, please go ahead and scan this QR code. Otherwise, I encourage you to subscribe, to like the videos, and to share with your friends so that more of us can have fun learning. That's everything. Take care, everybody.